ESPN's Julian Laurent has got Chelsea mouths watering at the idea of Neymar joining Chelsea. You've got Moussa Sissoko, the agent of Ousmane Dembele, coming out and saying very nice things for Chelsea ears. And finally, you have got three major problems and one minor problem at Chelsea Football Club that we need to sort out. And I've got the answers here for you and the solution. Welcome to the Kavkas View, to the channel that is for the people. Listen, I speak from my heart, I speak from my chest. I don't care, you can't filter me. So, in today's video, we're going to talk about the Neymar links to Chelsea Football Club. It's coming out from reputable sources now. Number two, there's the link with Ousmane Dembele's agent coming out and adding fuel to the fire. There is great optimistic news to be happy about. And finally, look, Chelsea have got problems. And a lot of people can't eloquently describe these problems. Everyone's quick to throw solutions, and sometimes their solutions, in my opinion, add to the problem. But we will talk about that because I've got 4 areas that Chelsea have problems in next season: the centre backs, the wing backs, the midfield, and the front three. I've got solutions and I've got explanations of what those problems are. It's not all doom and gloom. It's actually stuff that we need to learn. Constructive criticism makes us all better. And in my opinion, if Chelsea implement these 4 areas in the manner I'm saying 4 to 5 signings, we could be competing with Manchester City and Liverpool again. But you see this, what I'm doing right now. It's free of charge, right? There's no such thing as a free lunch. That's what they taught me in Economics 101. But this is a free lunch. While you're eating your lunch, turn on the Kavkas View. While you're in bed, turn on the Kavkas View. While you're having breakfast, turn on the Kavkas View. While you're sleeping, turn on the Kavkas View. While you're putting your baby to sleep, turn on the Kavkas View. You already know what you should be doing. Subscribing and liking the video and turning on the Kavkas View. Let's get on with the video. Alright, Neymar Jr. is world-class talent. People will be telling me, no he's not, he's injury prone, he's a prima donna, he's a drama queen. You're talking nonsense, you don't appreciate football. If you can't look at that man and tell me that is a baller, that is the personification, almost couldn't get that word out, personification of a man that God designed to play football. He knows how to control the ball with every part of his foot. He is intelligent, he is flary, he is arrogant at times, which I actually call energetic. He knows exactly what to do on a pitch. And he's a player that I would love at Chelsea Football Club, right? Yes, there are negatives about him, but there are negatives about 90%, 99% of people, maybe even 100% of people. And you need to sometimes have the positives outweigh the negatives. And in this case, Julian Laurent coming out and with a beautiful statement of saying, Neymar wants to stay in PSG. PSG's hierarchy want to generate some revenue, and £35 million contract off their annual books is fantastic way of getting Neymar off and balancing the books. This is coming out from Julian Laurent. Then he casually drops in, Chelsea have had interest in this player in a long time. Yes, they had. Neymar broke my heart around about 10 years ago. I think when he played at Santos, he was all but set to join Chelsea. And Pele talked him out of it. Pele, the man that tries to convince the world he scored 1,200 goals. Big man, Messi and Ronaldo have been smashing the leagues for 20 years and they're nowhere near that. So I don't know why you're counting your Sunday League goals, but that's another topic for another debate. But Pele talked him out of it. He went on to Barcelona, smashed football, completed football at a young age, and now all of you are trying to tell me he ain't good at football. But this is promising news. Neymar, Chelsea have interest. Neymar doesn't want to join at the moment because he doesn't want to leave. But if PSG force him to leave, we will be there. We're sharpening our knives, we're sharpening our pitchforks, and we're ready to fight for the assets of Neymar Jr. Ousmane Dembele's agent, Moussa Sissoko, not the former player. I made that mistake too. I did some research, not the former player. He's just an agent. This agent openly discusses what's going on with Dembele. And he happily said, we're meeting with multiple clubs. This is a normal process. He goes into some detail, and then he also drops this line here. And this is a casual line. We will notify all clubs of our decision later on, and we're going to be respectable of that. And then Greames, or whatever her name is, yeah, on Twitter. This woman is by far the best source. If you have Twitter, go follow her. She is amazing. She's always 4 to 5 months ahead of all these decisions. I don't know how she knows everything beforehand. And she's saying Chelsea's the likely destination. Mane to Bayern. Bayern won't go for Dembele. PSG don't want Dembele, and neither he doesn't want them. And all of a sudden, Chelsea are just there, slapping their hands. They're just rubbing these hands. They're like, oh my God, we're going to get ourselves an elite talent. And this is great news. This is fantastic news because I like Dembele. I think Dembele is phenomenal. minus the injury problems, which I think hopefully are behind him. He stayed fit for the last 6 months, consistent game in, game out, and it's something I want to see at Chelsea Football Club. But we're going to have to get serious, and we discussed the 4 areas that the club, in my opinion, need to improve next year to make a challenge. This is the truth about Chelsea Football Club at this moment, and we're going to start with the forwards. A lot of us are going to say Callum Hudson-Odoi is crap, Pulisic can't finish, Hakim Ziyech is just a glorified Mahrez. He's just all flair, no end product. Then you're going to have saying Romelu Lukaku is just a lamppost, Kai Havertz is Bambi on ice, and we don't have a good player within our team, right? For me, I think that's wrong. I think all those players have got great attributes. There's a reason they joined Chelsea Football Club. The issue is that they're not performing to the level that we want them to. And the reason here is we have no shooters. And when I say shooters, I mean people that will go actively, first sight of goal, pop it off. We look at Mason Mount, his mentality 9 out of 10 times is pass first, and when he gets only in front of goal, he'll pop it off. You got Kai Havertz, cheeky little finishers, FC. Romelu Lukaku, unless it's certain and his conversion rate won't get impacted, he doesn't take a shot. Christian Pulisic, God bless me, he tries to take shots, he just misses the ball. Callum Hudson-Odoi hardly gets a chance, and Ziyech only goes for the glorified crosses or the beautiful curlers into the top corners. So what does that mean to me? It means we need to add to that front three, and we need a profile of a player that has, number 1, Pedro Neto profile. He needs to be able to be both-footed, take a man off a dribble, pop a shot. Then he needs to have the element of releasing a pass with decent weighting. And finally, this is the best part, he needs to be reliable. And Pedro Neto ticks 3 of those boxes, Rafinha ticks 3 of those boxes, and then you start looking at Dembele. And Dembele ticks 2 of them. I think he's decent in front of goal. I think he likes to shoot with both feet. And more important, he's very creative. The issue remains with his injury record and whether we would sign him up to the deal. For me, Pedro Neto is the one I would be going and getting, because in 12 months' time, when Liverpool get him for 35 million, I do not want to listen to any of you complaining, moaning, bitching, oh my God, Liverpool get the best signings. Because I'm telling you now, Chelsea Football Club need to go and capitalize on this issue. Whether they'll do it, I don't know. We have a wing-back issue. A lot of you won't accept this. You'll say we have Reece James, the best wing-back in the world, Alex. What are you talking about? Reece James started 22 games this year, 4 off the bench. Coming on 26 out of 38 Premier League games. That's not good enough. We need him to have adequate cover so that he can remain fit. We don't need Reece playing 3 games in 7 days. Ben Chilwell will be coming back from injury. Is Ben Chilwell ready to be a starter again? I don't think so. And what do we need? We don't need right backs. We need wing backs. And the profile of players I like, for example, this is going to be exciting. We're going to look at Lodi from Atletico Madrid. Good on the ball, releases it in time, actively attacks the fullback, and more importantly, good in tight area. Good little 1-2 passing, has tenacity to make the right decision, not every single time, because it's not realistic, but it's to a high percentage compared to people that don't know how to make decisions. Then you can look at Theo Hernandez, who is the dream, but just getting priced out of moves, and maybe wouldn't even want to leave at AC Milan at this moment in time. But Manchester City have agreed terms with Cucurella. Sky Sports are reporting that Chelsea know the price that it will take is 45 million. And now you tell me why we're not going to agree these terms. Cucurella comes in, and all of a sudden, he's the best left wing back we have at this club. For me, he's better than Ben Chilwell. I think Ben's a good player, and now post-injury, I don't know what's going to happen with Ben. So I think Chelsea need to be proactive rather than reactive once again. And I do not want to see Emerson coming back because it's something we already know. We know Emerson's not the answer in the long term. Yet we're going to try to work with it again because we can't get him off the books. And Alonso, God forbid he stays. I just really hope there's a massive clear out. I really do. In regards to the midfield, and this is an issue where I was on a podcast yesterday night, and if any of you want to see it, just ask me in the comments below, and I will reply to you which podcast it was. It was Chelsea Hour from Touchline Fracas. I can share the link. Dan and the co-host Joe, they were talking to me and we were talking about what the problems were for Chelsea. And for me, Basuma is the solution to our midfield issue. Peter, it's not that we need a defensive midfielder. We need, in my opinion, some pace, power, and creativity off the dribble. Basuma's got all. Basuma has got a good passing range. He's got the ability to beat a man off a dribble. He's got the ability to destroy attacks and win the ball back. And he can boss games in 2 ways. Whether it's with athleticism or whether it's with his feet controlling the ball. He is far superior, in my opinion, to what we currently have available. And when I say currently have available, I mean a Kante who only plays 20 games, who started 20 league games this year. It's not good enough. He is broken at this moment in time. And the reason he is broken and consistently getting injured is because he's being asked to play too many games. He's not given time to recover. Kovacic, who hasn't played enough games. Jorginho, who hasn't played enough games. These games are accumulating and we're asking them to do too many games back to back. Too many games back to back. Champions League, Premier League. Champions League, Premier League. It's costing us in the long run. Please understand that. This isn't me saying they're bad players. This isn't me saying they're overutilized. We brought in Saul, who played 4 Premier League games. It tells you it's a flop of a signing. Why do we always have to flop signings and then let great players go for cheap? Camavinga was available, didn't get him. Tchouameni was available, 25 million, didn't get him. Now Basuma's available for 30 million pounds. I'm begging you, go get him. We need that player in that midfield, or that profile in that midfield. And the final problem, which I don't think is a massive problem, is the defenders. We are running out of defenders, but we're going to re-sign Trevor Chalobah, Thiago Silva, both are on long-term deals, or long-term, 2 years in Thiago Silva's case, and Trevor just signed a new 5-year deal. We've got Levi Colwill coming back. Koundé's all but confirmed. And all of a sudden, we've got 4 great options for 3 positions. What else do you want? Realistically speaking, that's as many as I want. Then we can have Reece cover back, we buy another right wing back, and all of a sudden, you've got good rotation, but at the same time, players get generating some consistency. This centre backs is not worrying me. It's the other 3 positions. Once we fix that, I think we can compete on a regular basis. But these were my opinions. I want to hear your opinions, and I want every single one of you to be respectful and respect each other's opinions. There's no need to say, you're stupid, you don't know what you're talking about. Just say, you know what, don't agree with you guys, but this is what I would do. And then we can have nice conversations in the comments below. It'll be respectful. Bratuki, that's what we're here for. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Peace out, I'm out. Bye.